Hey everyone, it's Dominique from Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what do strangers find sexy about you. So this is going to be strangers as in people on the street, and then also people that you've met only once, okay? Like that kind of thing. An acquaintance even. All right, so I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1, which is Don Juan with the carnelian crystal. Pile number 2, which is Hedonist with the amethyst crystal. And pile number 3, which is Femme Fatale with the orange citrine crystal. All right, now while you're choosing, I'll let you know that I do have the OG reading for you guys today. That's going to be about how do others describe you, okay? So if you want to become an OG, you want to subscribe to my channel. It's just a nickname for my subscribers. I would love to have you be a part of the family. It's not too late. Go ahead and subscribe so you can check out the OG reading and learn how others do describe you. Alrighty, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I'll give you a few more seconds to choose, and then we will begin. Hey, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this carnelian crystal or the Don Juan card, this one is for you. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. What do strangers find sexy about you? Now, this is going to be literal strangers off the street, and it's also going to be people that you've met only once, you've had a quick interaction with, okay? So I'm going to be using tarot, oracle, and also channel dice messages for today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it with the card that you chose, okay? This one says, spotlights your positive seductive qualities. Okay, with you guys, I'm getting that what strangers find sexy about you is that you can easily connect with people, okay? I think that you have a really piercing gaze as well, or your gaze really strikes people. You have that kind of stunning beauty or stunning aesthetic that makes people want to stare at you. So you could notice people staring at you when you walk into spaces, when you walk into a room. Even when you walk down the street, people tend to stare at you for no reason. I'm also getting that, so at days where you don't look that great, people still tend to stare at you, or at least you don't think you look that great. People still tend to stare at you. That could take you by surprise. So I think that you have a very stunning kind of beauty, very naturally as well. People also feel like you have this enchanting energy that kind of dominates a space, okay? And you really don't need to do much to do this. It's just like the way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk, the way that you walk, especially, and the way that you scan a room when you enter it. These are all qualities that really strike strangers, okay? And they feel like your seduction is just very dominating. Like you naturally attract a lot of attention, okay? And people feel very connected to you. I'm also getting this like suave vibe from you. Like you're someone who's very suave, and the way, again, in the way that you walk, your walk is very significant. You tend to do things in a very elegant way, in a very smooth way, and that really draws people attentions. They think that you're very suave and smooth, okay? That's what strangers find sexy about you. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. What do strangers find sexy about my viewers? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. I have lots of crystals to the side today to kind of cover what we got going on. I got to be careful with the YouTube gods. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? Queen of Swords, the Moon, what do strangers find sexy about those choosing pile number 1? And then we have the Temperance card. Interesting. Wow. Okay. More of that smooth, suave vibe is coming through here. You have a really interesting vibe, pile number 1. Okay. So what strangers find sexy about you is your voice and the way that you talk. We have the Ace of Swords here. I can't show you up close, too up close. But yeah, I think you have this way of like capturing people and kind of roping them in with your voice. People also like that you're someone who comes across very honest, okay? You say what's on your mind, and people find you to be somewhat opinionated, and they like that about you. They like that you have things to say. You're not someone who says, I don't know often. And it's not that you don't know everything, but when it comes to talking about your own life or your passions, what you're interested in, you're the kind of person who could give like a quick synopsis about yourself and what you like pretty easily. When someone asks you like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself, you actually know what to say. And so people like this about you. It seems that you know yourself, and strangers find that to be like attractive. Something about your voice in particular really makes them attracted to you and turns them on, okay? I'm looking at this person's face, and I know you probably can't see it too well, but they kind of have this expression where they're like groaning, or like there's a moan or something about your voice that is really hot to people. They just like that about you. Something about you really captures them, kind of like this woman is capturing this man in this photo, but I have to cover it up, okay? I also get that you can be a little bit sharp sometimes, or what I'm really getting is that you're quick-witted, okay? You're funny and you're quick-witted, and your wit is very sharp, okay? Some of you may also have a sarcastic humor, and strangers really like this about you, okay? Again, I'm counting strangers as people that you've had like one interaction with as well, like a quick interaction. Maybe you were out at a bar with them and you never really saw them again, that kind of thing, okay? Next, we have the Queen of Swords, okay? People like that you seem a little bit on guard or on defense. You're someone who you can still have a good time with. It's not that you're not friendly at all, but you're the kind of person where you're more so one to listen and ask questions than to say a lot about yourself. Like, people notice that about you, and they like that because you still come off as very mysterious. I think that you easily turn people on with this candle here, okay? Like, they hold a flame for you. You also kind of know the right buttons to push in people to get them to give you information about themselves, okay? I think that you're a naturally curious person when it comes to other people. And strangers do like that. Like, they like that you will kind of probe them for information, even on a first meeting. Strangers also like your posture. You like your posture. They feel like you stand up pretty tall, that you have a nice, confident pose. Strangers like your legs. They feel like your legs are very attractive. Some of you may have just worn like some kind of stockings recently as well. Okay, stockings, long socks, thigh-high boots, things like that, and strangers find that to be really attractive. Strangers also find it attractive when you wear like V-cut shirts, okay? Things that show off your collarbones and your décolletage, okay? They find that to be very attractive. But yeah, they notice that you're not one who says a lot about yourself. Like, you more so let other people talk. All right, and they find that to be interesting. You just come across very mysterious with the Moon card here. Come across very mysterious. You're also fun in group settings because you know how to, again, like toss the conversation back to somebody else. That always makes other people feel like they're so engaged, because people love talking about themselves. I feel like you're not really one to do that as much, or you maybe don't enjoy talking about yourself as much, even though you know what to say. Like, if someone asks you a question, you're going to answer it. And they do like that you have an answer, but they notice that you tend to lead the conversation to other people by asking questions, okay? Strangers like this about you. You also may meet a lot of strangers like at night, okay? They feel like you look very attractive in the late hours. Like, you look really attractive in the night. Something about the way you look in low lighting is very, very attractive. Like, strangers find you extra attractive in low lighting, and maybe you do tend to go out at night. I'm getting that you're really fun when you go out and drinking and stuff, okay? So some of you could like to do that, go out on bars and the weekends and things like that, maybe with your friends. If you did recently go out with your friends and had an interaction with some other people, they thought you were really fun, they thought you were really interesting. There's something about you that exudes mystery, okay? You do exude a lot of mystery, and also a sense of calm. Okay, we have the Temperance card here, okay? Strangers find it attractive and sexy that you have this calm aura. It's like nothing can really shake you. They tend to kind of look up to you in terms of that. Strangers see you as a leader of a friend group. They also see you as being very confident, okay? It's in your walk. It's in the way that you talk. It's also in the way that you scan a room when you walk in. It's like you hold your head up high with your chin level to the floor. It's not that you have your nose up in the air, and you're also not looking down at your phone, you're not looking down at your feet, or even like fiddling with your jewelry nervously. You're coming very confident, but not cocky. Does that make sense? But yeah, you seem very calm and put together and like relaxed, even in environments that can be maybe noisy or busy, stuff like that. Okay. Now, next, let's look at my white and yellow cards. When I was shuffling in your energy, I did get the card unattainable. Okay. It says leagues and levels, hottest in their rank. So that's what strangers find sexy about you. You seem unattainable. Okay. That kind of goes along with that mystery. Yeah. Okay, this one's trying to pop out here. We have ride or die, super supportive, and loyalty. There's something about the way that you interact with your friends that strangers notice about you, even from afar, okay? Maybe you too, maybe you're just kind of surrounded by friends some of the time, or you often go out with your friends. But strangers notice that you're very supportive and loyal to your friends, okay? They like that about you. What do strangers find sexy about them? Nothing here yet. What do strangers find sexy about my pile number ones, Divine Source? I think you're an amazing person, just came out. Yeah, they just feel like you're a kind person. Something about you is like very down to earth as well. Like you don't come off like snooty or better than other people, okay? You don't come off like you're secretly ingenuine or something. Like you're very nice. You also have secretly wants you, secretly likes you, wants more, and can't say what they want. So strangers, even upon first meeting you, they secretly like you. Okay, they start feeling you, that they think you're very interesting and attractive. Okay, what they find sexy about you is they don't know your relationship status. We have, are you seeing someone else? So strangers are very curious about your relationship status. When they first meet you, I'm really proud to be around you. I admire you. So yeah, that kind of goes out with that Hierophant card that I did put back earlier. It's at the bottom of the first deck. And people essentially admire you when they're around. Like they see you as a leader of a group. And they feel like you're a very calm, nice personality. And they find that to be sexy about you, okay? Strangers may think that you're emotionally unavailable though. That did just come out with I'm still hung up on my ex. They wonder if you're like seeing someone, or if you're a fuckboy. There's something about like, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. There's something about like strangers wondering if you're a player or not, but they kind of find that to be attractive as well. Like they wondered if you, like strangers kind of wonder how do you handle their heart, okay? Let's put it that way. Strangers wonder how you would handle their heart. Now this one wants to come out. We have attractive, carefree, unbothered, detached, and self-love. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, strangers notice that you are very detached, okay? Not cold, but detached, okay? As in, you're not desperate for anything, okay? You're not desperate for attention. You're not really, you're not desperate to be seen. You just naturally attract a spotlight. And that is very attractive to these strangers, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else we got. I'm gonna play with fire a little bit today. With the monetization of this video, I'm gonna play with fire, and we're gonna look at the Divine Masculine Beast Unleashed deck and find out what fantasies do strangers have about you after meeting you. Yes, I know, guys. I'm literally playing with such fire right now. Let's see what comes out. I might have to cover some words or like edit things a little bit. What do strangers find sexy about pile number one? What are their fantasies of pile number one? Your scent excites me so damn bad. Oh, okay. So it's the kind of cologne or perfume that you wear that really excites people. That is so interesting. Okay. So yeah, your scent really excites strangers. Okay. What are strangers' fantasies towards pile number one? And what do they find sexy about pile number one? My cravings for you have been uncontrollable lately. So strangers find themselves craving you after meeting you, okay? Like you'll become a fantasy of theirs after just meeting them once. What do strangers find sexy about them, and what are their fantasies towards pile number one? What are strangers' fantasies towards pile number one? Okay. I worship your body. I may have to cover up that particular word. Just be a little careful. I worship your body. So yeah, strangers find your body to be really, really attractive. Okay. I think you have a really great physique. What do strangers find sexy about pile number one? And what are their fantasies with pile number one? Either one, Divine Source. What do strangers find sexy about pile one? Dress sexy for me. Okay, they like the way that you dress. This is turning out so good so far. Yeah, they love the way that you dress. They feel like you do dress really sexy. All right. That's what strangers find sexy about you, is the way that you dress. Some of you could like to wear more form-fitting clothing as well. Okay. They have fantasies about you not wearing underwear. Okay. Strangers wonder if you're, especially if you're out at night, like if you're doing something sexy at night and you're wearing a skirt or something, for instance, you know what I mean? Or even my guys out there, I know my guys are probably like, do they wonder if I'm not wearing boxers? They do. People wonder like what you got under there, and they wonder if you're covered up. Okay. Be careful with my words. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? And what are their fantasies? They fantasize about like a slip, okay? And being able to see something. Okay. I want to leave marks on your thighs to remind you who it belongs to. Ooh, so strangers could fantasize about like leaving a mark on you. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, you're my ultimate high. They feel like being with you in that way would be like a really big high. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm also getting the message that you give people confidence just by talking to them, okay? Like in a romantic way. If a stranger meets you and you do choose to talk to them for a while, that really gives them a lot of confidence. What else do we have here? What do strangers find sexy about you? This is the Bratz Baddie Oracle. We have classic baddie. You're a classic baddie. Divine feminine ignores divine masculine, effortlessly beautiful, fashion forward, unbothered. Got that twice. Educated and ignores conflict. So again, you're someone who's like very easygoing, okay? Very easygoing. Again, effortlessly beautiful. You're not looking for attention. It just comes towards you, okay? Yeah, we have your crown may tilt, but it'll never fall. So yeah, strangers find it attractive that you have this royal vibe to you, okay? You definitely have a royal vibe to you. And even when maybe you go through a situation that's a little bit trying, I'm getting that there could be a situation where you like may have stumbled in public or like almost tripped or something like that, but you just recover, okay? Even if you make a mistake in public, you always recover, and strangers find that sexy about you. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? We have Witchy Babe. Does crystal magic, open with her practice, open-minded, opinionated, smokes, rocky relationship with parents. Okay, don't take the last one. I don't think they would know that. But yeah, they like that you're someone who's opinionated, all right? And you're a straight shooter for the most part. I think that you're also someone who's very witty. And maybe they get a witchy vibe off of you. We also have the Chariot. Strangers could find your car to be attractive. For some of you, like when you pull up in your car, they notice that. Or they know what kind of car you drive. Some of you drive motorcycles, and that's very attractive to them. This is the Bratz Fashion Pixies card. So again, your fashion, strangers find your fashion to be very attractive. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? What do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? We have Anime Babe. Prefers the subs over dubs, watches all the classics, hates live action versions, speaks 20% of Japanese, love K-drama, draws or makes music, and independent. That's really interesting. Some of you could like anime. I think that strangers, if they get to talking to you about shows or about TV, they like the show that you watch. Okay. Alternatively, I'm seeing that this person has really interesting fashion taste. Okay. So maybe you guys have like a kind of an eclectic fashion taste. Some of you may dress in darker colors, and some of you may dress in a lot of colors, but it's very eclectic, okay? So if you're not really into anime, don't worry about that part, okay? What do strangers find sexy? I'm also getting that you have a very animated look to you. Like you almost look like you're drawn in the way that you're very eye-catching. Like you don't blend into a crowd. You very much so stand out, and you almost look like you're animated, like an animated character. Okay, what else do we have here? What do strangers find sexy about those choosing pile number 1? Rethink a recent decision. You know what I'm getting here? Strangers can feel like you're always thinking, okay? And they wonder what's going on in your head. There's something about you that seems like the wheels are always turning in your mind, and that's what makes you seem so mysterious as well. People don't know what you think of them, okay? Or often you seem lost in thought. Last, I'm going to take the bottom of the deck is Geek to Chic, Bougie, Got Bullied Previously, Globe of the Century, Quiet, Popular by accident, enjoys alone time, and ignores her DMs. You're very selective with the attention that you accept. And people can tell that you must have had a glow up. Like, they can tell that you worked on your fashion and your style. And again, you are accidentally popular when you go out. Like, I don't think you always expect the kind of reception that you get when you go out. Like, people just find you to be very, very attractive. Even though you can be kind of quiet, or you're not necessarily quiet, but you don't talk about yourself a bunch. Alrighty, we're not done yet. We're going to go ahead and get into your best physical traits, okay? Let's go ahead and see, like, what strangers find most attractive about you physically. All right, divine stories for pile number 1. What do strangers find most attractive about pile number 1 physically? 7 and 9, which is also 16. 7 says gorgeous face. 10 out of 10, stunning beauty, symmetrical and proportionate. Guys, what did I say about you being stunning, okay? So that's confirmation. 9 says long, slender legs, looks tall, shiny, sexy legs, amazing in heels. So confirmation about the legs. We had that earlier. And then, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this, guys. Look, 16, model walk, head turner, confident strut, noticeable sway. I'm telling you, something about your guys' walk. The walk is really, really significant. All right, what do strangers find sexiest about pile number 1? You have double H, okay, which is also 16. So 16 again is about that model walk. Wow. Emphasis on the model walk and emphasis on perky full breasts, sexy cleavage, perfect breasts. Are they real? So again, anything that shows off that region is very, very attractive, okay? Like, strangers find that to be really hot. What else do strangers find sexy about pile number 1? We're going to end it here, okay? We have 0 and 4. Okay, 4 says gray teeth, killer smile, sexy smirk, white or straight teeth. So people like your smile. And then best for last. Okay, 0. God or goddess energy, looks angelic or ethereal, God's favorite. Wow. So you have that ethereal look. Also, you just look like you're drawn. Like, you look like you're drawing come to life. Okay, something about you is just like very stunning and eye-catching. All right, pile number 1, that is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Become an OG today so you can watch the OG reading. It's going to be all about how do others describe you, okay? And if you want more content from me, do check out my TikTok channel, same handle, Lunar Light Tarot. And check out my website, lunarlighttarot.com, if you'd like to ever book a personal reading with me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hey there, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and find out, what do strangers find to be sexy about you, okay? So in today's reading, I'm defining strangers as anyone you see like walking across the street, and also anyone that you have like a quick encounter with. Say you meet someone at a bar, you guys talk and exchange numbers, but you never meet back up. I'm counting that as a stranger today, okay? So like acquaintances as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the card that you chose, Hedonist, okay? This one says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Okay, so for you guys, I'm getting that you kind of give life with the party vibes, or you give like fun energy, okay? You seem like someone who is down for anything, okay? Especially strangers think that you're the kind of person who would like either like bar hopping or traveling from one location to another to have like a long night of it, okay? Like, strangers think that you'd be down to do like almost anything as long as it's fun and like, safe. But you seem like the kind of person who is great to get along with. You come across maybe a little bit bubbly as well to people. I don't think you necessarily try to do that. I think that you have like a naturally funny, fun, optimistic personality. You definitely come across as bubbly. And for some of you, people may even describe you as being high energy, okay? Strangers also love your smile and your laugh. I feel like you're always laughing, always smiling. You always seem to be in a good mood. Even when you're in a bad mood, you tend to make jokes of it and try to laugh things off. So strangers love your optimism and positivity, okay? If you ever like have given a stranger like a hug at the end of an interaction, you know what I mean? Like say you spend a long time with that person and maybe it's a friend of a friend and you guys end up exchanging a hug at the end, they love the hug. Oh my gosh. Think about like your smell and also just being close and feeling that warmth is very, very attractive to strangers. And also picking up on, this is so random, but the way that you eat is very sexy to strangers. This could be, I've actually seen you guys at a restaurant now, okay? At a restaurant, drinking wine could be very significant as well. Like strangers could find the way you drink wine to be very attractive, particularly your eyes as you sip and maybe you look down or you look over the glass at someone. That's a very sexy moment to them. Or if you're eating, I'm getting particularly fries. I know guys, so random, but strangers can find the way that you eat to be like sexy, okay? If you just have like a slow, sensual way about you, okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and find out, what do strangers find to be sexy about you? What do strangers find to be sexy about pile number 2? Now I'm taking some risk with the YouTube gods today. So I have lots of crystals to put everywhere, okay? What do strangers find sexy? Yep, here's another one. About pile number 2. Wow, you guys have the Emperor and the Empress. Whoa, wow. You inspire a lot of connection and also lust in people. I won't even lie. Like you're the kind of person, wow. You're the kind of person that people really do lust over. Like very quickly after meeting you. People do tend to, I'm sorry, I put a pile number 2, but people do tend to objectify you to a degree. To a degree, they do, especially because they're strangers, you know, like they don't really have the time to get to know you beyond your initial appeal. And wow, what an appeal it is. Okay. So it doesn't matter what gender you show up as, you really entice people very, very easily. You entice the opposite gender very, very quickly. Okay. They feel like you're very sexy. Whatever gender that you tend to date, that's huge, but yeah, whatever gender you tend to date, you really entice these people and they find you to be just like mega, mega attractive. I think that you're the kind of person where you could, how do I say this? Like give someone the tingles, okay? You give someone the tingles, the chills, a rush of blood, if you will, down there. You guys know where I was going with that. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, just by like being near you or touching you or, you know, like having a laugh with you, you really get people like quite turned on, especially because we have the Emperor, the Empress, and the Knight of Wands. It's like very quick. Okay, the attraction that you have with strangers is very quick. Like someone could look at you, just you walking down the street and be like, whoa, I never felt attracted to a stranger like that before. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but I certainly have, when you just see someone who's really attractive and you're like, whoa, like, wow, that person is something else. Like it's kind of stunning. Okay. It's definitely stunning. You have this vibe that completely overshadows anyone else when you're in the room. I think it's almost unfair. Like some people may feel like it's unfair, your level of attraction, because people just feel this need to like, I have to cover this again, but like to stare at you. They want to stare at you. They want to examine you. I have to be a little careful here. Hopefully you can see that. But this man is just like staring at this woman's features. You know what I mean? People feel the need to stare at you and examine you and really take in your beauty. Strangers also find themselves like stumbling over their words. These are all things to find attractive about you because it's pretty rare. I think that some of these people will stumble over their words or get nervous with someone. So when it comes to you and it's happening, they feel like, wow, this person's really having an effect on me. I can't believe that. I think that you make people who are normally really confident a little bit nervous. Okay, it's like their heart starts to beat a little bit faster. They don't really know what to say. They're taking longer to like say things than they normally would. There's like awkward pauses, and it's because they're trying to figure out like, how can I say the right thing to entice this person, okay? All right, for those of you with breasts, okay, that is they love that, okay? People love the way that your breasts are shaped and curved. A lot of you maybe have like larger breasts as well. I mean, you may not think that they're that big, but people just like the way that they look and the way that they like sit in your tops. I am for my guys, this is more about like your pecs and your muscles. Okay, people will notice that you have nice pecs or maybe nice arms. All right, so I'm getting that a lot of you are very toned watching this pile. Like a lot of you have a very desirable body. Okay, people would love your body shape. Yeah, there's something that you're very shapely, especially my women out there. Like you would have really toned legs and like a really great butt too. A lot of you could have longer hair because you're this woman with the hair reaching the floor. All right, so a lot of you could have longer hair, or your hair has been growing out lately. It doesn't matter the gender, because actually the guys here even have longer hair too. Everyone does. So even the hedonist himself has like very long hair. So yeah, people could like your hair. Strangers find your hair to be very sexy and attractive. Strangers feel like the way that you smell is really delectable. Okay, you could smell almost like fresh fruit, or there's some kind of maybe a musk to your perfume or cologne too. Something, the word gourmand comes to mind, which is almost like that edible kind of taste or smell rather. So you guys smell like you would taste delicious. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Strangers easily have like sexual fantasies about you too. Like that naturally comes on because they just feel like you're so attractive. It's a little bit mind bending to them. Like it's really intense. Okay, this is not too surprising because as I was shuffling in your energy, I did get the God or Goddess card at the top of my white and yellow deck. This one says Divine Energy, Chosen One, Living Purpose. Okay, yeah, oh my gosh. You can notice that people kind of act a little bit weird about you, around you too. I'm not going to take this one necessarily, but people could act almost like in embarrassing ways around you, or like show their insecurity in some ways when you're around. Either people of the same gender like will show their insecurity, or people who are maybe trying to get at you, trying to date you, they'll stumble over their words, things like that. Okay, so people will show that they're in competition with you. Like it's just, you bring around this very intense energy. It will take this one. Okay, so we have incredible style. I don't like that last card, trendsetter, imitated but never duplicated. So yeah, you guys are a trendsetter as well. People love the way that you dress. Strangers love the way that you dress. They feel like they never met anyone who dresses quite like you. All right, strangers are aware that you have self-love, that you're self-aware, and that you have boundaries and priorities. They like that you're not a pushover. You really just don't seem like that. You seem like you have a lot of confidence, and it's evident in the way that you interact with others that you love yourself, okay? We also have, damn, you're one bad bee. So yeah, you guys are really a baddie. Like that's what really stands out to strangers, that straight up you're a baddie. You just look amazing. You're very attractive. I want to get to know more about you. So you pique strangers' interest and they find that to be sexy. They feel like they don't usually care about people that they haven't like had a while speaking to. But with you, they're very curious. I feel like you do come across as people's like fantasies after they meet you, okay? Now we have eye-catching beauty, electric chemistry, and coquette. You guys have this almost innocent way of seducing people. All right, it's like you don't even mean to do it, and yet you naturally seduce people. You guys almost have a bit of a siren kind of energy, actually very intense siren energy. I wouldn't be surprised if that card does manage to find its way out. Okay, people do desire you. I'm getting that if you go out, multiple people in a friend group could desire you. Okay, and they have to decide like who's going to be the one to go after you. We also have face card, never declines. All right, so your face is very attractive is what that means. Like you have a very stunning face, very beautiful in the face. You also have sweetheart, genuine, and down to earth. So yeah, people feel like you're very down to earth as well. That's the great thing about you that people love, is that you're so attractive, but you don't want to let it, I don't know, cloud your judgment on how you interact with people. All right, you're still very kind. You're still very gracious. You don't think that you're better than anybody else, but you do acknowledge that you have certain, standards and how people are going to treat you, because you know your value, you know your worth, you know what you bring to the function, okay? Which is a lot of beauty and an intense god or goddess energy. You guys really do look like a goddess. It's almost like you have this glow about you when you walk anywhere that strangers could notice. It's your aura, of course. So strangers find your aura to be like actually noticeable. Not that they can see it, but that they can feel it, okay? I would actually suggest you guys check out my What Does It Feel Like to Be Near You reading, okay? I made a couple of those on my channel, and I would suggest you guys check that out because what it feels like to be near you guys is very intense. It's very, very intense. Now, guys, I'm playing Russian roulette with the YouTube gods today by bringing out the Divine Masculine Beast Unleashed deck. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and see what this has to say. Let's find out, what are strangers' fantasies towards you, and what else do they find to be sexy about you? Okay, for pile number 2. What are strangers' fantasies towards them? And what else do they find to be sexy about pile number 2? Okay. Oh, I'm a little scared. Okay, I gotta maybe cover this one. I want to record you giving me top. So, whoa, people could find that to be, people find your lips to be very attractive, okay? That's their fantasies, that they would love if you were to top them off. Full of my words. Underneath this, we have strip them clothes. I think I can keep that just there. So strangers fantasize about you taking off your clothes, finding out what's underneath your clothes. They fantasize about, you know, receiving from you. They find your lips very sexy. You could notice that people kind of stare at your lips when you're talking as well, or they just notice your lips. A lot of you guys have very beautiful lips. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 2? My cravings for you have been uncontrollable lately. So you inspire cravings in other people, okay? Again, you have a really, really intense energy. I think you are divinely delicious. Oh my gosh, yeah. So strangers fantasize what it would be like to taste you. And they also feel that you smell amazing, okay? I'm just getting that, like you smell delicious, because he's had that. I used that phrasing earlier. What do strangers find to be sexy about pile number 2? And what are their fantasies about them? What do strangers find to be sexy about pile number 2? Okay. Your scent excites me so damn bad. Okay, like exactly. That is confirmation. Your scent, oh my God, the way that you smell is crazy. I want you, baby. I want you now. So I'm telling you, this is very urgent. People have these cravings for you that's very intense. I want the kind of sexual intimacy where we can create an emotional bond. Oh, wow. So it's not just lust, okay? People find your personality to be very attractive as well. And they want to get to know you for real, okay? I want to get to know more about you. And they wanted to create a bond with you because of that. You also have my favorite type of effery. I think that you just are very playful and fun, and people like that energy. They want more of that in their lives, okay? They want more of you in their lives. You really excite people, and it gives people the sense of urgency. You may find that people try to angle for one night stands with you, but it really just doesn't work. Okay, they want to get close to you. They could just fantasize about that in general, all right? Okay, we're not done yet. We're going to do this. We're also going to do some channel dice messages, okay? So stick around to the very end. And if you're liking this reading so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, okay? I really appreciate that. This one wanted to come out twice, okay? So we have Geek to Chic. It says, bougie, got bullied, glow up of the century, quiet, popular by accident, enjoys time alone, and ignores her DMs. This is interesting. Again, I feel like you guys effortlessly seduce. Like, you don't really have to pay a lot of attention to people even to seduce them when it comes to strangers. Strangers also can recognize that you've grown up, that you put work into your aesthetic. Okay. And again, you don't really try to get attention. You're just kind of accidentally popular. Okay. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 2? What do strangers find sexy about pile 2? Temperance. Interesting. They like your calm demeanor. And again, you guys have that glow to you. It's almost angelic. The way that you come off to people. You're so nice too. You're really so nice and so sweet. You just drive people crazy. Pile number 2. Okay. Rethink a recent decision. This one actually came out in pile number 1. What this means for me is that strangers find it sexy that you look like you're almost always like in thought. okay? Like they can kind of see the gears turning and the wheels turning in your head. You're someone who is pretty witty and right on point with what you say, okay? They also think that you're really actively listening. That's what I'm getting with that like hand on the chin, all right? That you actively listen to people. You could also be someone who's good at advice if you happen to give strangers advice randomly. All right, you have a spiritual babe. Talks to her guides regularly. Ancestors' favorite, starseed, moon manifester, owns crystals, natural psychic. Okay, so you guys come off as a natural psychic. People can also feel like this spiritual vibe from you, okay? And again, it brings me back to that God or goddess card, divine energy, chosen one card, okay? You guys have that divine energy. That's what strangers find to be attractive about you. And that's what I mean when I say that they can sense your aura. They can like feel the positivity, the purity coming off of you guys, okay? Very much 10 of Cups vibes. Yeah, you just have like this fun vibe to you, very happy. You guys are always laughing and in a good mood for the most part, you know? You don't let anything get you down. You just seem very blessed, like very happy, okay? That's what they find sexy about you. What else do strangers find sexy about pile number 2? Sporty spice. Has played at least one sport. Class clown. Loves to talk. Tomboy. Intimidating and secret nerd. So you guys can be a secret nerd as well. If you're a little bit sporty, or maybe you have an athletic figure. Okay. You guys' style is so cool too. I think people really notice your style. Okay. What do strangers find sexy? You also have anime babe. This came out in the last pile. That is so interesting. Some of you guys may like anime. Okay, this one says preferred subs over dubs. Watch all the classics. Hates live action versions. Speaks 20% of Japanese. Loves K-dramas. Draws or makes music and independent. So that may or may not be you guys. You could like anime. I also interpreted from the last reading that you could look very animated, okay? And it's not that your mannerisms, it's the kind of clothes that you wear and the way that you come off. You know how some animated characters, like, they do come off more demure? And, like, say, like, Total Drama Island. I'm kind of getting, like, a Total Drama Island vibe from you guys, especially with the body. Like, maybe some of you guys look like you could be on Total Drama Island. You may want to look that up. Like, the styling on there, it's not that they have crazy styling. It's just very particular for each character. I think maybe you guys have like a couple signature looks that you do, and you're just very eye-catching. You stand out in a crowd. The last card here is admired by many, replicated by none. So you guys are naturally admired too, kind of put on a pedestal. All right, guys, we're not done yet. We're gonna go ahead and get your best physical traits from my physical traits channeled dice messages, okay? So let's go ahead and see. What do strangers believe is pile number 2's best physical traits? We have 2 and 1, which is also 3. 1 says unique style, trendsetter, one of one, imitated often. Wow, guys, right there. Admired by many, replicated by none. That give me the same vibe. We also had the incredible style, trendsettered, imitated but never duplicated card. Okay, so that is confirmation that your guys' style is actually imitated by people. Okay, people try to copy your style, but they can't quite get it. And you are a trendsetter. Number 2 says mesmerizing eyes, piercing gaze, eye shape or color. So strangers like your eyes. 3 is toned fit body, gym body, insta baddie, and model-esque. So I'm not surprised we had that toned fit body. You guys are coming across like you're very toned in this reading, or you're like toning up recently. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 2? You have 4 and 7, which is also 11. 4 says great teeth, killer smile, sexy smirk, white or straight teeth. And 7 is gorgeous face, 10 out of 10. Stunning beauty, symmetrical and proportionate. Yeah, gorgeous face. Wow. 11 is slim waist, flat stomach or abs, belly piercing, curvy waist. Wow, the waist coming through heavy, guys. Yeah, some of you guys could have more of a flatter stomach. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 2? Last one here. We have 6 and 4. 4 again with the great teeth. And then 6, it says sexy curvy figure, voluptuous body, slim, thick, and curvilicious. So I'm getting that we do have more people with an athletic body, but Spirit is saying, don't forget, just because you may not have that body type doesn't mean strangers don't find your body attractive, okay? If you have a sexy, curvy figure as well, strangers also find that to be very attractive. You could also be like coming across like slim, thick, okay? Period. Now 10 says sexy lips, full lips, pouty, glossy, amazing kisser, and soft lips. Okay, I'm not surprised at all the lips came through. Okay, so anyway, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that you did enjoy this reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as well so you become an OG. It's going to be, if you want to watch the OG reading, which is a bonus reading for my subscribers, it's going to be all about how do others describe you, okay? So that is at the very end, the last timestamp. Additionally, if you would like more content from me, go ahead and check out my TikTok channel under the same handle, Lunar Light Tarot. I post there really often. And I also have a website, lunarlighttarot.com, if you ever want to book a personal reading with me. All right, thank you so much for watching today. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this orange citrine crystal or the Femme Fatale card, this is your reading. We're going to be finding out, what do strangers find sexy about you? And today we're just finding strangers as anyone you may see like off the street, and also people that you've had like a short conversation with. Maybe you like went out with them once and I really saw them again, okay? Like an acquaintance. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the card that you chose, Femme Fatale. Okay, this one says, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when dependency is rejected. So immediately, strangers find it sexy that you come across as very independent and self-sufficient. I think that you come across being very confident and like put together. And that you have a really interesting sense of style. You guys could be like not really afraid to show some skin as well, especially with this open back here. Strangers may find your back to be sexy. Maybe you wore something that was open back recently, okay, or that showed off like the curvature of your back. Even if it wasn't open, like it could have been tight fitting. You guys could be like more open to wearing tight fitting clothing, okay, and it looks good on you when you do wear it. I'm also getting that with strangers, you could have like a little bit of defensiveness or like a coyness to you, where you don't tell everyone everything about yourself, but you do it, you evade questions in maybe like a witty way. And people like this about you. They find that you to be like coy and sexy, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the actual reading, okay? I'm going to be using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. What do strangers find sexy about those who chose pile number 3? What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3, Divine Source? Okay, now I brought my crystals out so I could cover a few things today, because I knew this deck was going to be pretty spicy. Okay, what do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Okay. We have the 5 of Cups. I'm getting a Lana Del Rey vibe from you guys. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Sorry, I know we won't be able to see a lot of these cards, but I gotta be careful. Can't get in trouble with the YouTube gods. Okay, this one seems pretty okay. Alrighty, this is interesting. You guys come across as a little bit like a fantasy to people when they first meet you, like a dream girl, a dream guy. And also picking up that your gaze is really, really attractive. Some of you guys may tend to wear like makeup, and maybe you wear like heavier eye makeup, maybe like a lot of mascara or like a cat eye that really accentuates your eye shape and your gaze. Okay, strangers find your hair to be very sexy. I'm really drawn to the hair in all of these piles. They may fantasize about like touching your hair, pulling your hair. Okay, so think about your hair. Maybe it's like very big and fluffy. I mean, a lot of you guys may have like voluminous hair. Okay, some of you could like to do like slick backs with it as well, but the thing about it is like very voluminous. You also come across as very different than either people's expectations or other people around you to strangers, okay? Because I had 333 on my clock there, my little timer. That tells me that strangers find you to be very unique than other people in your environment. Like maybe you tend to dress differently, or you're a different ethnicity or phenotype than people that are in your like immediate environment. And you tend to stand out in that way, okay? Strangers like the way that you speak. They feel like you have this direct and concise way of speaking, okay? I'm giving that particular, like it's very concise. Maybe you don't go on and on and on with your words. You guys are not a yapper, as I'm trying to say. You're definitely not a yapper. You're very concise and maybe particular about what you say to other people, okay? It makes people want to like get information out of you. Strangers also find your legs and your bum to be very attractive, okay? The bum is really standing out heavy here. You can have a really shapely booty, and strangers find that to be really, really hot. I mean, I can't show this, but the butt is like a main focal point in this picture here that I'm not showing. Okay, so the next one we have here is the Five of Cups. And I'm getting that you guys kind of have this like dreamy vibe where you look a little bit far away, and sometimes you may come across accidentally sad, but it's not that you guys actually are. How do I describe this? It's really like a Lana Del Rey kind of vibe, dreamy and sweet, and a little bit dangerous as well. You're gonna see later that I actually when I was shuffling in your energy, I did get the badass, bad boy or girl, dangerous and hot card for you. Makes sense because it goes with that femme fatale, luxurious, soft, but dangerous kind of vibe that you guys have. Well, the best way I can describe it is like Lana Del Rey. You guys kind of give off Lana Del Rey vibes, where she's like, kind of comes across sad and beautiful, and like she's into like bad boys. She's a little bit of a baddie herself, okay? That's kind of what you guys give off. You guys also, strangers find it sexy that you seem very selective. Strangers might watch you from across the room and see you reject people as you're out and about. Like they come up and ask you for your number, but you say no. Strangers find that attractive, that you're very selective about who you give your information out to and who you talk to, okay? All right. Strangers think that you keep yourself up physically and that you do a good job of like maintaining your body. They find themselves like scanning your body as well. So they find your body very attractive, particularly like the shape of your body, okay? Again, we have like the back again, the butt again, legs, okay, hair, if that counts. But they feel like your body is very shapely, and they find themselves examining it. They feel like you keep a very tight ship, okay? Doesn't mean that you're literally like tight when it comes to your body, okay, or like have a certain figure, but they can tell that you take care of yourself. Does that make sense? Okay, the back again is very significant. Some of you may even be in relationships, is what I'm picking up on, and they could find the way that you interact with your partner to be very hot. Like they kind of fantasize about being in your partner's position. Okay. Now, some of you could have recently went on a date and it got like touchy feely on the date, that kind of thing. And people fantasize that they were the one that you were getting touchy feely with, if that makes sense. Like they were the one holding your hand. They were the one you're draping your arms around, that kind of thing. Okay. Picking up that you guys could be a fantastic dancer. Okay. Strangers find it really sexy when you dance. Especially when you're like, you know, out at a bar or a club or things like that, and the lights are shining on you. Okay. That's also pretty significant. But yeah, strangers find it really attractive when you dance. What else do we have here? They just feel like you kind of give like the full package. That's what I'm getting. You guys definitely give the full package. Let's go ahead on to my white and yellow cards, okay? So you already talked about you got badass as I was shuffling in your energy. On the back of the deck, you also had the watching card, okay? So strangers tend to watch you from across the room. I know this one says social media. So strangers, if they get your name, they could tend to ask you for your social media and then watch you via that. Or they, you might find a lot of people do that and like watch your stories, or they just watch you from across the room, okay? Yeah, strangers could also feel jealous of like either the attention that you get or the people who you're giving your attention to, all right? And they find it to be sexy because they don't usually feel that way. Oh my gosh, guys, right? Well, look what just came out. This person is jealous. Why? Because you're my ideal person. Whoa. So strangers get jealous of the people that you hang around with. Again, if you are in a connection, they find themselves being jealous of who you're out with, okay? Which is so interesting. And they find it to be sexy because you usually don't have that kind of reaction, okay? All right, strangers find your intelligence to be sexy. You come across very impressive. And again, these are more so strangers that you had like a quick interaction with. You've talked to them briefly while you were out, that kind of thing. They found you to be impressive. Maybe they find what you do for work to be impressive. Again, the way that you speak, you come across very concise. Look, I find you insanely attractive. The way that you speak and your personality is like very, very alluring. Something about that. They like that you don't mince your words. You come across very confident to a lot of strangers. What else do we have here? I wonder about this. Yeah, a lot of strangers could like want sex with you, okay? They get curious about that. They want to hit it and quit it if they can. I should cover that. Strangers find themselves to be kind of obsessed after meeting you. Okay, this one says obsession, attachment, desperation. So you may find that people act a little bit weird around you. Like it's almost like they're desperate for your attention when you're around. Okay, now we have you make me so turned on. I can't exactly say this one again, but you make me so turned on. Yeah, wow, you guys really turn people on quite easily. Again, it's like the shape of your body, the way that you talk, and your laugh. I think that you guys have really coy, sweet smile. Sweet as in like sweet and sexy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you turn people on very, very easily. Pile number 3. What else do we have here? We're gonna play with fire. Okay. And we're gonna look at the Divine Masculine Beast Unleashed deck. Now these can get pretty explicit, so that's why I'm saying we're playing with fire. Let's go ahead and see. What do people fantasize about you? Okay, what do strangers fantasize about pile number 3? And what do they find attractive about pile number 3? What do strangers fantasize about pile number 3? Thank you, Divine Source. Dance dirty with me in public. I can't make that up. Oh my God, guys. So your dancing really turns people on. Wow. Your dancing turns people on. 11/11, as I said that. So maybe you guys just went out dancing recently and you really caught people's eyes, okay? Whatever you're doing really caught people's eyes. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? And what are their fantasies towards pile number 3? Thank you. Only you can satisfy my deepest, darkest desires. Okay, strangers find you sexy because they think that you would be adventurous. Okay, and they feel like you would be open to trying things that are different or unique in the bedroom. Okay, I think that you really ignite people's passion as well. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? You've been acting up lately. I'm gonna have to punish you. Ooh. It's the way that you're coy. Okay, like that makes strangers feel like you're acting up. It's like they can't fully grab your attention, and that is what really turns them on about you, okay? Either you may actually reject them, or they see you reject other people, and they get turned on by that, or they just feel like you're very coy, okay? Either way, they feel like you're very coy, and they just want to grab your attention, okay? You kind of frustrate people, and that's what they find sexy about you. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? What are their fantasies? They fantasize about, like, you know, doing something to really get your attention. I think I can say this. This one says, send pictures and get me in the mood. Let me be careful, though. Send pictures, get me in the mood. So strangers want to see what you look like without the clothes. Okay, that's their fantasy. What are strangers' fantasies? You know exactly what to do to turn me on. Yeah, wow. I won't put this one down, but this one says, I have dirty, filthy, kinky dreams about us. Ah, yikes. Okay. You're the one I get off to. I think I can leave that there. So strangers may go home and like think about you. You know, even after a first meeting, it really is that intense. I'm planning a night of romance with you. And they also want romance as well. It's a lot of lust and a little romance. I won't even lie. People feel like you're so different from their usual type as well. I think that you may get that a lot. You're very different from their usual type. And that also turns them on. Because your beauty is just like very, like very enchanting. Like you kind of grab people with how you make them feel, okay? It's very unexpected. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and move on to the Brat's Baddie Oracle now. What else do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Okay. Don't even waste your time, G. Oh my goodness. Okay, so people like that they like that you're so selective. Okay? They like that you're kind of immovable when it comes to what you're not interested in, okay? People can't just like say anything to get your attention. They have to have the right energy, okay? You're very coy. Like you're very unimpressed. All right, and strangers like that, they want to be the one to impress you with that anyways, whatever. You're very coy, you're very like, oh, whatever. Strangers want to impress you. They want to get your attention really bad. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Unapologetic babe, never forgets her roots, humble queen, cut off game strong, twerks when happy, enjoys 90s rap, blunt, and funny. Do you come across very funny? Also kind of, again, very direct and concise. So people like that about you. They love that your cutoff game is strong. That's another confirmation. But yet you're humble. Okay, you're not uppity about it. You're just, it is what it is. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Sporty spice. Played at least one sport. Class clown. Loves to talk, tomboy, intimidating, and secret nerd. That's interesting with the loves to talk, because I was getting that you guys could be like a little more concise. I think that once you get comfortable, people can get you going. But you look sporty is what I'm trying to say. Also, like strangers find it sexy that you have the kind of physique that looks kind of athletic. Even if you are a larger size, you look like you could, burst into a sprint. You know what I mean? Like you look very like athletic, You look like someone who works out. What do strangers find sexy about you? Even if you don't. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Interesting. You have some similar cards coming out. Maybe you want to check out one of the other piles. Because we have Witchy Babe. Does crystal magic. Open with her practice. Open-minded. Opinionated. Smokes. Rocky relationship with parents. Now the last part they would not know. So not everything's going to resonate. Don't worry. But yeah, you kind of have like a witchy spiritual vibe as well. Some of you guys may have like a dark femme vibe as well. What do strangers find sexy about pile number 3? Yeah, your guides are helping you through this. You have definitely a spiritual vibe to you. You definitely have a little bit of a spiritual vibe. That's what people are noticing about you, or that's what they find sexy. You kind of come off like mysterious, like you would be kind of witchy. Take a day off, you deserve it. So strangers kind of find it sexy that you seem like a hard worker. You seem like someone with a lot of ambition, and you can tell that pretty easily. I think you can even tell that by someone like the way that they strut. I think you guys do have like a little bit of a strut. You walk with a purpose and you talk with purpose. Okay. So people get that idea from you that you're a hard worker. They pick up on that like very easily. All right. You could also talk about your work with strangers sometimes, and they're like, wow, you work really hard. What else do they find attractive about pile number 3? Very much 10 of Cups vibes. So you guys give that like fun feeling when you're around, okay? I think that you can have an energy that makes people feel very excited that they get to talk to you. Because you are so selective, when someone does get to talk to you, it's very exciting for them, okay? It's very exciting, and they get very smiley and like kind of giddy when they get to talk to you, okay? Because they feel like you ignite this desire in them that only you can really satisfy, even with strangers. And they start like fantasizing about you and thinking about you. So when they get close to you or they can talk to you for a little bit, it's very exciting to them, okay? All right, guys, I hope that all resonates and makes sense. We're gonna go ahead now into some channel dice messages, all right? That's going to end off the reading. So we're going to find out what are your best physical traits according to strangers. Okay. Divine Source, what do strangers believe are pile number 3's best physical traits? Now we have 8 and 3, which is also 11. 3 says toned fit body, gym body, insta body, and model-esque. 8 is perky, full breasts, sexy cleavage, perfect breasts. Are they real? Okay, that came up earlier, so that definitely makes sense. And 11 is slim waist, flat stomach or abs, belly piercing, curvy waist. So a lot of you could have like a little bit on the thinner side. What physical traits do strangers find sexy? About pile number 3. Okay, double 8 here, which is about the perky full breast, very big on the breast. Okay, now we're going to talk about 16, okay? Look, model walk, head turner, confident strut, noticeable sway. So people notice your walk. They love your walk, yeah. What do strangers find sexy? About pile number 3. 1 and 2. 1 says unique style, trendsetter. 1 of 1, imitated often. 2 is mesmerizing eyes, piercing gaze, eye shape or color. And again, 3 is toned and fit body, okay? So again, that's confirmation about your eyes. Like I was definitely picking up on the eyes right in the beginning of the reading. Let's get one more. What physical traits do strangers find the sexiest on pile number 3? We have 3 and 8. Okay, so they find your body and your breast to be the sexiest, along with the slim waist. Let's see if we can get, I can't believe we got the same combo again. Those are the sexiest though. What else do they find to be sexy? 8, okay, again, the perky full breast, they cannot resist. And then 0 says God or goddess energy, looks angelic or ethereal, God's favorite. So you have that ethereal energy as well. Like I'm getting like a little bit like nymphish or fairy-like, okay? All right, that is what I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And subscribe to my channel. Become an OG today so you can watch the OG reading coming up in just a few seconds now. It's going to be all about how do others describe you, okay? So if you want to know, please just check that out. I also have a TikTok if you are interested in more content from me. It's at Lunar Light Tarot. And I have a website, lunarlighttarot.com, if you want to book a personal reading with me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hello, my OGs. This is the very end of the reading. I am so happy to have you here with me today. We're going to go ahead and get into how do others describe you, okay? So I'm really excited. I hope you enjoyed the main reading. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for being subscribed to my channel. Let me know how long you've been subscribed in the comments. Is it a few weeks? Is it a couple years? I would love to just say thank you for being subscribed to the channel. So yeah, let me know how long you've been a part of the fam. Thank you for being here if you're new, and if you're, a supporting person returning, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this awesome community. All right, let's go ahead and get into how do others describe you, okay? Divine Source, how do other people describe my OGs? Okay, we have Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. So off the bat, people feel like you're very kind, you're very helpful, you lend a hand to people, you're a good Samaritan. People describe you as being a good person overall. That's really great to hear. Like right off the bat, people describe you as being a good person. How do people describe my OGs? Okay. We have detective. This is funny. Great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth. So yeah, people describe you as somebody who is very intuitive and a great judge of character. They describe you as someone who's kind of like a really great observer. They wouldn't say this per se, but essentially they give the vibes of like you're always watching, like you're very smart. Nothing's really going to get by you. Okay, you have great intuition and a great judge of character. How do others describe my OGs? How do people describe my OGs, Divine Source? I'm also getting that people tend to talk about you. People tend to gossip about you. I'm picking up on that. So it might have a lot to say here. It might be negative. It might be positive as well. We have Alchemist. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. So people describe you as somebody who can find the silver lining in any situation. They describe you as someone who can turn a negative into a positive, a loss into a lesson, into a win, that kind of thing. You're able to alchemize energy. You're able to like make a bad situation and then like make a good out of it, turn lemons into lemonade, that kind of thing. How do people describe you? Okay, so now we're getting to some of the some of the haterade, all right? So people may describe you, we have bully. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the interferers that bully you. This is interesting. So yeah, I think you do intimidate people as well. Especially I think you tend to be kind of direct. It's not a bad thing, but I think you do tend to intimidate people, and they describe that like, oh, they're a little forward, you know? They're a little forward, like they always say what's on their mind, you know, stuff like that. They're a little off on the edges. People may say that's that kind of thing about you. But I think it's because you're someone who's pretty honest, and I think you could be kind of direct, not really blunt, but direct. And some people need to have their hand held. Let's be real. Okay, next we have warrior. It says strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. I think this and the bully go hand in hand. I think Spirit's trying to explain really what this energy is, okay? It's that you have a lot of strength, vitality, and discipline. And some people are intimidated by that because they don't have a lot of willpower and discipline. So let's say that you're too much, you know what I mean? But really you're a pioneer and you have a strong will of spirit. You're a warrior. Okay, let's see what else we have to say with my white and yellow deck. When I was shuffling in your energy, we did get your beauty is haunting. Okay, so people would describe your beauty as being haunting. You're hard to forget. Underneath that, I like to get you alone in my bedroom. Okay, so people describe you as someone that they like to get into the bedroom. They like to see what it's about. Then we have adventure, travel, abundance, and excitement. They describe you as somebody who likes to travel, who's very abundant, who likes to take adventures, maybe a little bit of a risk taker as well. How do people describe my OGs? How do people describe my OGs, Divine Source? I have serious feelings for you. People describe you as someone who invokes big feelings in others, okay? It's like, yeah, also with, I think about you more often than I admit. You're the kind of person who stays in people's heads rent-free, okay? Does that make sense? You're someone who can kind of trigger people very easily as well. And people kind of either love you or dislike you. And there's not really much in between. People don't really get lukewarm about you. People have strong reactions to you. And it's because, this one fell on the floor, guys. This one fell on the floor. It's because you have this God or goddess energy. All right, divine energy, chosen one, living purpose. It's because you're on your chosen path. You know, people can tell that you live your life with a purpose and that you do a really good job of cleansing yourself and working on yourself so that you don't project issues onto others. Okay, so people, like, this came in reverse, right? So people who are depressed or just like kind of in a funk, they do tend to get intimidated by you. And sometimes these people may like you for no good, may dislike you for no good reason other than you're kind of happy and living your life, and they're not. Okay, wow. When I split the deck, guys, we also have destined for success. Wow. People describe you that way. You're going places, you're destined for success. I love your body. Stunning physique, amazing in bed, experienced, generous lover. Ha! So people would describe you as being amazing in bed. Oh my goodness. Look. Guys, I can't make this up. Your success intimidates me. Exactly. Your success, and also your success when it comes to your personal brand, you know, exuding the kind of personal brand that you would like. And the kind of blessings that you get, because you also have blessing, unexpected, sudden luck, great news. People would describe you as someone who's always getting blessed, who's always coming up, always on the up and up. Okay, what else do we have here? Entrepreneur, yeah, empire builder, brick by brick. So you would describe you as an entrepreneur or somebody who is a really hard worker, who you build your life from the ground up. Okay, we have mysterious, sexy, charming, magnetic, and erotic. Okay, they would describe you as being very magnetic. And also, look, I'm jealous of the attention you receive. I am not surprised. What else do we have here? Let's look at the Bratz Baddie Oracle for my baddies, my OGs. All right, how do others describe my OGs? A disagreement. Okay, people describe you as somebody who sticks to your morals and you stick to your guns. All right. You're not afraid to say no to people, and you'll let them know when you disagree. All right. You don't really have a problem. It's not that you like conflict, but if someone brings it to you, you're gonna squash it. You're gonna end it, and you don't have really a problem letting people know. I know I don't agree with that. That doesn't align with me. Okay. People describe you as someone who's opinionated. Okay. Celebrity status. Oh my God, guys. People describe you as somebody who almost has like a following, or people like to watch you and follow you and keep up with you. Okay. Celebrity status. You could be like a local celeb in your town, that kind of thing. Some of you may also have platforms. People are describing you and saying that, like, oh yeah, you're getting big on whatever platform. Okay. People describe you as somebody who cannot be held down by negativity. You will release it. This one says release negativity. You don't get bogged down with people's drama. You will separate yourself, okay? You're just not for that. How do others describe my OGs? How do others describe them? Yeah, you guys are not for the drama. You'll squash it, but you won't start it. That's for sure. The Sun, and also you got the World card here. People describe you as someone who's very kind, sunny, beautiful, for sure, very attractive. You have like a sunny demeanor and disposition. Like, you're fun to be around. You know what I mean? You're warm. You're very warm. People also describe you as someone who's worldly, who's well-traveled, who's cultured, okay? You can walk into any room and blend in, all right? You don't have to be like, you don't have to have traveled the world for that necessarily, but you know how to blend in with any room, okay? People also describe you as someone who's grown a lot, okay? Check your energy. Yeah, again, you are someone who has a really great bullshit detector. You, with that detective card, you have really great discernment, okay? You know when people are fake. That's what people would say. Like, you avoid toxicity. Let that check your energy. All right. You also, I'm getting that you're the kind of person who would tell someone if someone that you knew was really badly behaved and like they were like a friend of yours, something like that. Say you had a friend and there were mutuals with someone who had did you dirty. You'd probably tell that what person you're experienced just to tell them like, hey, watch out. Just be careful. That person's kind of toxic. Okay, so the people recognize you as someone who recognizes toxicity. You're not afraid to like share your experience if it's going to help someone else not experience that. Okay. Yeah, unapologetic babe. I'm not surprised. Never forgets her roots. Humble queen. Cut off game strong. Twerks when happy. Enjoys 90s rap. Blunt and funny. Okay, that's so interesting. You guys are opinionated for sure. Like people realize that about you. You don't play, right? You just don't play around. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part of this community. It really means the world to me. And I really appreciate the channel is like growing and kind of thriving these days. So I'm just like, oh my God, all my manifestations are working. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, you know, inshallah. But I'm just really glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you in the next reading, okay? Love and light. Bye.